All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with a post-fight discussion joined by Austin from One Up MMA. He is in with me today. We're going to talk a little bit about that hellacious card, man. Yes, so that was a good card, dude. You were
Yeah,
there.
it was. Yeah,
Tell everybody what it was like to be there.
it's pretty good, man. And like I said, this is my second time. But like the first time I went, it was in Nashville at Bridgestone too, and I noticed this card, like the arena packed in quicker than it did. It seemed like the first time. So it seemed like the electricity was in the air and people were there to really see the fight. So it was pretty fun.
Hell yeah, dude. I bet that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Word, word, word. So, man, it was a good night of fights, man. What did you think, dude?
Yeah, I liked it, man. I thought all the fights was pretty good. I never thought any of the fights was a letdown performance by any of the fighters. Even like I don't know if y'all could hear it on TV or not, but the John McDessie fight, uh, fans were booing a lot. But like to me, I was like, man, this is a pretty technical fight,
Yeah.
And I thought John McDessie won that fight as well. So I agreed with the decision, but I thought it was a pretty fun fight as well. Maisie Barbara, her comeback win on Jj Aldridge was impressive. Ronda Marcos, that armbar was nasty. She dominated Angela Hill. And then, of course, Blades, he dominated like he said he was going to. There's some
Absolutely.
bad blood brewing there, so it's a pretty
Yeah.
good event.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, the first one that I want to talk about that stood out to me was the Randa Marcos and the Angela Hill fight, man.
Yeah,
I mean, this was a do or die fight for both of those girls, man. I
yeah,
mean, they had
yeah,
to they had to, because they've both been on like sort of a skid,
mm-hmm, yeah.
The Randa
I
Marcos.
mean, you look at the
Well,
records. What is it? Marcos is like 8-7 or 8-6, something like that. And I think Angela
nine and
Hill's,
six. She's nine
yeah,
and
nine and
six.
six, yeah, and Angela Hill's something like that as well. So they were trying both to go out there and make a statement. Marcos really put it on her. She wasn't playing no games. She stuck to her
No.
game plan. It seemed like.
Yeah, yeah. And dude, Angela Hill defended that armbar with her life, though, man.
Oh
She
yeah,
was really
yeah,
defending it. She was
yeah.
really
I mean,
defending
it was
that.
like a whole like maybe minute and a half just
Yeah,
trying to fight to get that armbar, and that's I mean
yeah,
they were both fighting for it pretty strong.
yeah. It was a good fight, man. That was a good strawweight fight, man. But
That
we'll
was the
see
first
now.
finish of the night too.
So what?
That was the first finish of the night so far,
Yeah,
leading up to that
yeah.
point.
Well, I want to see what Randa Marcos now that she got this good win over Angela Hill. What improvements and which way is Randa Marcos going to shape her game because she's got to
Yeah.
step it up, man. She
Hmm.
got this good win. She's got to keep the momentum going.
Right.
That's it.
Right. I don't know where Angela Hill goes from here. She may. I mean, she may get cut. Maybe. I mean, you never
I
know.
think so.
Could.
I don't know, man. I think she'll probably go down to Invicta and do some fights down in Invicta or
Yeah.
something like that.
Probably.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
probably
she was
what she.
tearing shit up before she came to UFC in
I
Invicta.
know. I
That's
know.
what's
That's what
crazy
mattered.
about it.
You man, I'm telling you now, dude. Something's changed. The level because she hasn't evolved. The level of competition is much higher than what it was when
Hmm.
Angela Overkill Hill first came in. But she's got to evolve,
Right.
man. The next good one that was really good to me, dude. I don't know about you, but um, the Alexis Davis and the Jennifer Maya fight was really, really
Yeah.
good. I,
Really
I
good
kind
fight.
of felt like I kind of even I felt like Jennifer Maya. I think she landed the more significant strikes than Alexis Davis, but I thought Alexis Davis, volume wise, I thought Alexis Davis pulled that one off, but
Yeah.
judges gave it to Jennifer Maya. Give me your perspective from being there.
I remember it was me and my dad were there, and we were talking about it, and I was talking about how Maya was really waiting on her counters quite a bit. That's what she relied on, but like I mean, she was landing quite a bit of them, and I remember thinking leading like after the third round ended because I think it was the second round. Alexis Davis got that takedown,
Yeah,
and she controlled her quite a bit on the second round. And I gave that second round to Davis. That first round was kind of close, and I kind of gave the third round to Jennifer Maya. But I thought Maya, like you said, was controlling the feet, the stand up. Davis was putting more volume on it, but I didn't think anything was hurting Maya quite like Maya was hurting Davis. And then
right.
I remember thinking, just going to the judges, I was like, man, this is probably the closest fight of the night so far. It was a really
Yeah,
close technical fight.
yeah, yeah. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. And that just Alexis Davis, she's a veteran, man. She's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
She has a win over Amanda Nunes. She does have that. She's fought Ronda Rousey. I mean, she's fought some contenders at 135, and then she drops to 125. But I think there's still a lot left for Alexis Davis. From another podcast last night, we were talking about, if should she retire. Now, I don't think Alexis because she looked good in there, man.
Yeah, she looked good. It's like I said, it's a close fight, man. And
Yeah.
she was quite a bit older than Jennifer Maia too. I think she's 34. Alexis Davis. So I mean, she hung in there. She was tough, real tough. She took some shots.
Physically, she looked really good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She looked very toned, very big at 120. She's a big 125.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What was one of the fights that stuck out to you, man?
That Bobby Moffitt fight and Bryce Mitchell. That was a hell of a fight.
Oh my gosh.
That was a heck of a fight. That was probably fight of the night, in my opinion. Yeah. Those scrambles and those submission attempts, it was crazy. And like I put some videos out, and you can hear my voice in it. I'm like, oh, that's it. I said that probably 5 or 6 times throughout that fight because the submissions, man, it was so close and everything looked so tight. But they played awesome defense, man.
Yeah, they both had really good takedown defense. I mean, really good submission defense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really good submission defense. But Bryce Mitchell, dude, very well rounded, dude. Very, very well rounded.
Yeah. I was surprised by that.
A lot of people give a lot of shit to people who come off the Ultimate Fighter, dude. I think a lot of people. Well, Eric Shelton was the first fight of the night. He lost to Jordan Espinosa.
He won that fight, though, in my opinion.
You think he did?
I thought Judge really got that right. Man.
That was a close fight. I think Eric may have waited a little bit too much in that fight. Didn't engage quite enough, and that kind of he didn't engage to like the later parts of the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's what I guess that kind of swayed the judges. But my point being, people that come off of tough, man, people are doing well that come off of the Ultimate Fighter.
Kelvin Gastelum. Look at him.
Kelvin Gastelum, absolutely. Michael Bisping, the Ultimate Fighter produces good fighters, and people shit on them when they first.
And sometimes you don't even have to be the winner of the Ultimate Fighter. If you're a semifinalist or something like that, I mean, some of those guys still tear it up when they get in there.
Yeah, hell yeah, you're right. Let's see. I just want to run through some of these prelims in the early main card. Oh, this is a good one. Maisie Barbara versus Jj Aldridge.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Give me your thoughts on that, man.
Big comeback win. I was thinking while the fight was happening, I was like, it looks like Aldridge about to kill some of that hype. And Aldridge was looking smooth, real smooth. I mean, I don't think Maisie expected her to be so aggressive and so after it, but credit props to Maisie for hanging in there, making the adjustments, come out that next round, and get that win. She swarmed her. When Maisie, I'll give that to Maisie. She's got that killer instinct. When she smells blood, she goes after it. Like she put it on her.
Yeah, but how big did Maisie Barbara look at 125 though?
She looked pretty stout. Yeah, she's pretty cut up.
Yeah, I mean, she's a big girl and she looked like a bantamweight in there. And I'm like, damn, she's coming up from 115. You know what I'm saying? Like Maisie Barbara looked like a bantamweight in there, dude.
It was like
she
Pettis.
Was big. She was big, but Jj Aldridge was winning that fight, dude. Because I was saying, when every time Maisie threw that front kick, dude, JJ straight up the pipe, right up the middle, and was piecing Maisie up
every time. Yep,
every single time, dude. And Maisie, but her power at 125, that's what got me, dude. Maybe her and Mackenzie Dern is a good fight after all.
Yeah, it could be after Mackenzie comes back. Yeah.
Yes, and if Maisie should stay at flyweight and Dern should come back at flyweight.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yes. That'd be that'd be the fight to make right there. That'd be a good fight.
That'd have a lot of hype behind it too, especially if Maisie can stay on a run.
Yeah, it says a lot. It says a lot for Maisie Barber to go in there and beat Jj Aldridge, though. It says a lot.
Yeah, because JJ's been around there.
Oh yes, and JJ's very good, well-rounded fighter. She's good everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Maisie Barber her striking's come a long way, man. She did very good. I have to give it to her. Then you had the Luis Pena fight versus Steven Peterson. Dude, Steven Peterson is a tough dude. He's a tough dude, because Luis Pena is a huge featherweight, dude. Like he's a huge featherweight. He's like Max Holloway huge.
Yeah, bigger than that. He's bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, he missed weight, but I mean, still, he's 6'3" in that cage, man. At a featherweight, it's crazy. You don't see that.
He's skinny as hell, though.
Yeah,
dude, he's a good striker, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Very well-rounded striker, man. I like
Very
that.
Good striker. His knees were pretty nasty too. I noticed a lot.
Dude, he was bringing his knees all the way up to Steven Peterson's face, bro. That was crazy. In the clinch. In the clinch,
yeah. That's 6'3" for you.
Man. And that's another guy from the Ultimate Fighter, man, that, you know what I'm saying, is doing well. It says he lost a fight.
He's 6-1 now? Yeah, it said he was 1 loss. I think he's 6-1 now.
When did he lose?
I can't remember. I couldn't recall because I remember when he was walking out and it said his record was 5-1. I was thinking, what was his loss from? Because I couldn't remember either.
Yeah, I can't remember his loss, dude. I really can't.
He had a 100% finishing rate leading up to this point, but he got a decision win yesterday. So that was his first decision win.
Look that up, dude. I have to look that up because it also said that Bryce Mitchell had a loss on his record yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Bryce Mitchell hadn't lost since the Ultimate Fighter.
I can't remember that either.
I was like, man, but now today it's been corrected and shows Bryce Mitchell with an undefeated record. I'm just like, let me see real quick.
That's weird. I've never seen UFC make the errors like that. Add a loss to the record when they didn't have one.
Say that one more time.
I said I can't remember UFC making mistakes like that when it comes to, showing the records up on the screens and stuff like that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't know I had my Wi-Fi off. Oh boy.
Oh.
He lost to Mike Trezano.
Who's this? Luis Pena?
Yeah, the Fight Night Korea Zombie versus Rodriguez. I don't remember that.
I remember Rodriguez and Zombie fought. That was just last year. That was
They said it was a split decision loss.
Huh.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
I remember him fighting on that card, but I don't remember him losing. I guess because it was a split decision. I might have thought he won. Huh.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, man, that was he didn't he hit Peterson with some hard shots for the fight, dude.
And I mean, he was putting it on him too. I mean, he was trying to, like, as soon as he smelt the blood, he was going after him. Peterson just hung in there, man.
Yeah,
hung in there.
This was a good card, dude. This card was a lot better than what I thought it originally was going to be.
Same here. I remember they announced the card.
I thought the McDessie fight was good too. You said a lot of people were booing on that fight, dude. Man.
Yeah, a lot. I remember. I mean, to me, it really frustrates me when anytime someone boos, even if it is a boring fight. Man, you don't know what those fighters are going through in there. Just like everyone used to always boo Woodley when he fought Maia in the second Thompson fight, and it's like, man, you don't understand. Like Damian Maia, if he gets one of those takedowns and gets Woodley on the ground, like Woodley's in some big trouble.
Yes.
And same with he was so cautious against Thompson. I'm not trying to dwell too much on Woodley, but it's just what it felt like. It's just because it didn't live up to their expectations for some reason. They just thought it was okay to boo. Yeah, right. The casual fans. And to me, I thought it was a technical fight. John McDessie was putting his pressure on. He was throwing a lot of good kicks, a lot of good spinning heel kicks to the body. Yeah. I just thought it was a good close fight, man. I told my dad sitting next to me, I was like, I've seen a lot more boring fights than this in my time. I was like, these fans don't know what they're seeing. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, and me and my dad was actually watching it too, and I told him during that fight, I was like, I told my dad, I said, they boo. He's like, why are they booing? And I said, and my dad's not even that big in the MMA. Mm-hmm. He watched the card because I was at their house. And of course I'm gonna turn the card on the big TV, of course.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is a pretty intense fight. Even he could notice that.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, man, it's a chess match. I mean, this guy's trying not to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you have those slower paced fights like that, people really need to really pause a second think
Right.
about what they're watching.
It kind of reminds me of like, and this makes no sense because fans kind of love this fight. There was a couple fans I know that didn't like it, but it was Anderson Silva versus Israel Adesanya.
Yeah,
It was a
that's another one.
close, slow paced technical fight, but it
Yeah.
was a good fight in my opinion. It's just a chess match, like you said.
Yeah, dude, that was, dude. If you wasn't sitting on, I don't give a fuck who you like in the UFC and the MMA. I don't give a fuck. If you wasn't on the edge of your seat when that fight was going on, then you don't know what to watch it, dude.
Yeah. Anderson's
Dude,
fighting Silva in Israel. Yeah, that's awesome. That was an awesome fight.
Great. That was fucking amazing. I think Israel versus Gaslam isn't going to be technical like that. I think it's going to be.
I think we'll see a finish.
I think Kelvin Gastelum's going to put. He's gonna get in Israel Adesanya's face, dude.
Yeah, he's got to.
He's a lot of people get in there and they get intimidated by Israel, but I don't think Kelvin Gastelum's gonna be scared to get in there, take a shot or two, and get in there and fucking bang, get in his face, dude. I'm ready.
I mean, you think about it, Gastelum at this point, he's like a grizzled vet kind of. Up to this point, he's started on the Ultimate Fighter, beat Uriah Hall. He's beat Vitor Belfort, knocked out Bisping. He had his loss against Neil Magny, so he's already lost. He's already come back from a loss. He had his weight issues, had to move up in weight. So I mean, he's been around the block. So it's I think it's a good fight. I think it's a really good fight.
Yeah, I'm ready to see that. I'm definitely ready to see that. And then you had Curtis Blades versus Justin Willett. It was a lot of heat in that fight, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of shit being talked. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin Willett, I mean, he knocked out Alan Crowder. He beat Mark Hunt. He thinks, you know what I'm saying, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Dude, Curtis Blades put on a wrestling clinic in that fight, dude. That was the best way to neutralize someone who can knock you the fuck out like Justin Willis. Like, Justin Willis, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say Curtis Blades has fought elite level fighters when he fought Francis Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? And Justin Willis, I wouldn't say he was an elite level athlete. He's like a rusty Derek Lewis to me.
That's what I was gonna say. He's not as good as a Derek Lewis, yeah.
Right. And I think Derek Lewis, his style and the effectiveness that he gets from his style makes him an elite level athlete. But Justin Willis, nah, I don't think so, man. And say what?
Nothing. You go ahead.
And Curtis Blades, man, he just got in there, implemented that game plan, got that takedown, and the fucking power cleaning, dude. He was body slamming at least, dude. Justin Willis weighed at least 280 coming in there, dude.
Yeah.
And Curtis Blades fucking power cleaning him and just fucking throwing him like he weighed 150 pounds, bro.
I remember, I think it was maybe the second or third takedown. I couldn't remember. It was when he got his back. And he just picked him straight up in the air and just slammed him down, like sideways. And I was like, good God, you got to be a strong man to do something like that to someone like the size of Justin Willis. I thought he was going for a suplex at one point. And I was like, oh, my good Lord. If he does a suplex to that man, this place is going to explode.
Dude, Curtis Blades is a big man, dude.
Yeah,
he's good, dude. He's good.
Cardio's good for a heavyweight. He's got power in his hands. That wrestling's on point. I just think, his only loss is to Ngannou. So, I mean, I think just Ngannou caught him like Ngannou can. Ngannou's just got like that Conor McGregor type strike, and where like if he catches you, it's over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Blades and Ngannou could fight 10 times, and Blades probably win 5 or 6 of them. It just depends on how the fight goes. But after the fight, I don't know if y'all could see it.
I think that was almost on the verge of being a mismatch because Justin Willis, he just had no answer for anything that Curtis Blades threw at him, dude. He had no answer for anything, bro.
Yeah, he couldn't stop the take. I think he stuffed one takedown attempt, and that was it. That was in the third round. That was it, I think.
Dude. But that, I mean, I don't think it does much for Curtis Blades to get that win over Justin Willis. I don't think it really, pushes him any closer to a title or anything.
I think
it's a good knock under his belt.
I think, honestly, Curtis Blades and Derek Lewis sounds good to me. Derek Lewis coming off that loss to Daniel Cormier, he's got nothing to do besides face a top talent. Why not face someone he hasn't faced in Blades, And that could be a good one.
That could be a good fight.
That could definitely put them for a title, contender shot right there. Whoever wins that fight, I think. Unless Dos Santos keeps wrecking stuff and bringing the old man back.
I fucking know, dude. Did he not look great, dude, against fucking Derek Lewis?
Yeah.
Golly. Dude. And then the monster of a main event to come. Dude, the one thing I can say about this, they signed this ESPN deal. The cards that have been playing on ESPN have been damn good cards.
Yeah. Really good cards.
Dude, yeah.
Well, have we had 2 or 3 yet? I think 2, isn't it?
I think it's been 2.
I think one was Ngannou and Kane, and then second one was Lewis and Dos Santos, right? Was the 2 main events?
What? No, I think it was the first one the TJ Dillashaw and Henry Cejudo?
Yeah, that was ESPN Plus. I thought you were talking about like cable ESPN.
Like what? Like cable ESPN?
Yeah, like
cable
ESPN.
Okay. Yeah. Then it's been 2 of them. Yeah.
And I think the third one's this Saturday with Barboza and Gaethje.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one too.
Yeah. Oh my! That might be the best of the 3 right there. That Barboza and Gaethje.
Yeah, Barboza.
That's the Just Bleed guy getting pumped for that fight.
I mean, that's heart versus technique right there. I mean, you can't get any closer to that than Gaethje versus Barboza.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking good fight. I think Barboza knocks Gaethje out though, dude, because Gaethje's gonna be reckless, dude.
Especially if Gaethje fights like he always does. Yeah, because Gaethje's not gonna be scared of getting head kicked into oblivion. He'll step right in that pocket and eat them shots, man.
Yeah, he will, dude. He will. He's fucking tough, dude.
Yeah.
Tough fucking nails. That's Justin Gaethje. He's probably the toughest motherfucker in the UFC right now, dude. In that division.
Yeah, he could probably lose 7 or 8 straight fights, but as long as he put on wars, I don't think the UFC would ever cut him. He could just keep facing top 15 guys and get knocked the hell out, but he'll put on fucking wars. So,
dude, he fucking sent James Vick into oblivion, bro, in an orbit.
Yeah, that was a big turnaround for him. He needed that win too, big time.
Oh yeah,
he needed that one.
Dude, the underdog in Anthony Pettis comes in and shocks the fucking world.
Yeah.
Tell me what this is what I want to know from you, dude. I want you to describe this to me. I want you to tell me what the vibes were when Anthony Pettis walked out and what the vibes were as the fight went on, and then when, of course, how it changed when the fight ended.
When both fighters made their entrances, like I said, it was pretty 50-50. There was no booing. It just like leading up to this fight, there was a lot of respect from each fighter. You know, they credited each fighter about how good they were. And that's the fans kind of took it that way. They knew both these guys respect each other. They're both respectful guys. It's going to be a good technical fight. And vibe was good. Vibe was real positive. You could feel like it was a main event time, you know. Like it really felt that way. And it kind of felt like people were remembering Pettis when he was the 155 champ, you know, when he was killing everybody. And it's like people felt that whenever he was coming out. And, you know, I even leading up to the fight, I thought Thompson was going to win. And as the fight played out, you know, first round was a little back and forth, but Stephen Thompson won. Then that second round, Thompson really started putting his range into motion and really started landing the kicks a lot. I noticed Pettis was landing a lot of good leg kicks, though.
Yes.
He attacked that left leg a lot. And that's all really Pettis I saw really landing. But Thompson was really landing that straight left quite a bit down the pipe. And you could feel like people were kind of simmering down as that second round was going down. Like, oh man, it looks like Thompson's about to put on a striking clinic on him. And you know, I think what was the exact seconds of the knockout? I mean, I know it was close to round ending.
I think it was like 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, because I think I heard the clap of the 10 seconds to mark it, and then he threw that side kick to Pettis, and it knocked Pettis back to the fence. And, you know, I wasn't expecting it at all. And he just fucking exploded, man, with that freaking Superman punch, that right hand, and just dropped it. I mean, he was out before he hit the ground. And Pettis hit him once or two more times. And, I mean, it took a while for Thompson to get up. But, it was like I said, the crowd was simmering down. It was getting quiet. And then all of a sudden, bam, crowd just blew up, man. It was quite something to see.
Dude, that was fucking something, dude.
Yeah.
Anthony Pettis. No one expected. No one expected Anthony Pettis. I mean, is that the first time Stephen Thompson's been knocked out?
Yeah. First
That's
ever
what I
time he's been
thought, dude.
finished. Yeah.
It was
From a
odd
Superman
to see
punch.
Stephen Thompson get
Yeah.
knocked out because we've never seen it before. But
Anthony Pettis,
man,
Stephen Thompson. He hit Stephen Thompson with something Stephen Thompson would hit somebody else with, kind of
yeah,
play.
yeah,
To get knocked out by a Superman punch, it's crazy, man. Even Stephen Thompson kind of recognized that. He's like, man, and he's like, I've lost before, but I've never been knocked out by a Superman punch. At the least, he's like, that sucked. But Pettis showed a lot of respect after the fight. He walked around. And then he immediately went back to Stephen Thompson, got on his knees, and it looked like he was like kind of praying, hoping he was going to get up soon. It was a really good fight. Both guys are pretty cool guys, respectable guys. So it was
that was.
awesome.
And Anthony Pettis, dude. Kudos to Anthony Pettis for the adjustment that he made. He was very patient.
Yeah.
He's very patient.
It's like he knew it was going to go this way.
Right. And he took the damage, dude. And Stephen Thompson, dude, and ups to Stephen Thompson for, you know what I'm saying, taking it, trying to take advantage of Anthony Pettis being patient and sticking that jab in his face, man, and peppering up with that jab and you know what I'm saying, keeping them guessing and keeping them thinking, dude. And Anthony Pettis just figured it out, dude. He just stayed patient and waited for that big shot because he knows that, and he said it before the fight. He said after Stephen Thompson throws a punch, is his stance, that karate stance, his hands are always down.
Yeah, it's always.
Yeah, and Anthony Pettis said, after he throws a strike, he waits to see what you're going to after he attacks, he waits to see what you're going to do. And Anthony, as soon as he threw that kick and backed Pettis up, Pettis attacked like right away, dude.
Yeah,
right the fuck away. And
he was setting it up. I honestly think he was. I think he was leading Thompson into that trap.
And he fucking got him, dude. He floored him. So my next question would be, how loud did the arena get when that happened, bro?
Oh, it was loud. It was as loud as it's been all night, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, it was loud. I remember in my video, I said, holy shit, probably 4 or 5 times. Like, even like the knockout had already happened like 30 seconds ago, and I was still going, holy shit.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Yeah. It was crazy.
Dude, so crazy. What's next for Anthony Pettis?
I mean, he said he wants to go back down to 155 too if Dana, offers him something. But he said he'd like to fight at 170. He said he'd like to get that RDA fight back. I do like that. If after RDA and Kevin Lee fight, I'd like to see Pettis versus RDA at 170. That could be pretty different.
Yeah, that could be different. Now, speaking about Kevin Lee and RDA, how do you think Kevin Lee's going to do at 170? You think that's a right move for Kevin Lee?
Good. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's going to be a little short on the height. But
right,
he's had some issues with weight here lately, and he had that staph infection whenever he fought Tony, and it seems like when he's trying to cut down to 155, he's putting his health in a lot of jeopardy. And I think we're going to see a Kevin Lee at 170. It's going to be really healthy and really strong, and maybe his cardio is going to be better. He might be carrying around a little bit of weight, but maybe he won't have to struggle so hard and can't.
To get that, his cardio
might be better.
Yeah, he can carry that weight better. Yeah, because he'll be healthier. Yeah,
because he's a naturally bigger guy. I mean, he's jacked for a 155 guy.
Yeah. Man, but what a good fucking night of cards, dude. A good fucking night of cards, man. I mean, a good night of cards. Good card of fights tonight. Night. Fuck yeah, man. It was great. It was great. But fucking Curtis Blades. One thing that I wanted to point out about Curtis Blades is how he kept his composure with all that shit that Justin Willis was talking. Like, you would think because Curtis Blades is, he's fought sort of at the top of the division,
Yeah.
And I just felt like he knew, he was going to beat Justin's ass, but just kudos to Curtis Blades for not feeding into that bullshit. Yeah. I wanted to make note of that because that was, I knew it. I said, Curtis Blades is too fucking quiet. He about to go in here and whoop some ass.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. Because all he said, I remember I read something that he said, or listened to him. He said, this is the classic striker versus wrestler fight. And he said, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be one-sided. It's going to be in my favor. And that's exactly what it was, man. Exactly what it was.
Dude, one-sided ain't the word, bro. One-sided ain't the word.
And after the fight, I don't know if y'all could see it or not, but we could, after the fight, as soon as like the last 5 seconds of the fight was happening, you could see Blades in Willis's ear. He was talking shit back to Willis. And then when the round ended, he jumped up and he was talking mad shit to Willis. He's like, "What you got to say?" You know, he let Willis have it at that point. But it just showed how calm and collected he was. He's like, "I'm going to go out here and do my business first, and I'll do that talking after I whip that ass." And that's exactly what he did.
Yes. And the way the look on Justin Willis's face, man, when he was getting mauled by Curtis Blades, that was fucking priceless, dude. That was fucking priceless, man. What a
I'm a huge Conor fan, but it reminded me of when Khabib had a hold of Conor on the ground. How Conor was like out of it, like, oh shit, like I don't know what to do. That's exactly what it reminded me of with Willis being held down by Blades.
Dude, just to have somebody that weighs just as much as you or more, laying on top of you after you've been bludgeoned up, man. I mean, that's just, I bet that's rough, dude. And Curtis Blades probably walked into the cage probably 275, 280.
That's what I was gonna say, 270, 275. Yeah.
And that's a big, and he's tall and long too. Yeah. So you got 280 pounds spread evenly across this huge man, dude. Like that's
and his physique's on point though. Like he's lean, cut up, he's muscular. And you look at Justin Willis. I mean, Justin Willis may have pretty good cardio for his size, but Curtis Blades just looks like a different level type of athlete, man.
Yeah. I feel like he's short for the weight class, but it was a good fight, good damn fight. But what you looking forward to coming up, man? Besides Gaethje and Barbosa.
Personally, I'm looking forward to 236 in Atlanta. I'm about to buy some tickets to go to that. I'll be upper level because those tickets are pretty high, but. Man, I really want to see that card. That Holloway, Poirier.
Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Ooh, that's only a couple of hours for me, my friend.
Exactly. That's what I thought too. I saw it. It said, like I just searched on Ticketmaster UFC, and it said 236. And it said State Farm Arena. I was like, what the hell? That's in Atlanta. So I mean, I got hyped real quick because that's just a 4-hour drive for me. So.
Yeah, that's Poirier Holloway, man.
Mm-hmm. And Gaslam Israel. Obed St. Preux's on the card. Yeah. Eric Anders.
Yeah, OSP is fighting Nikita Krylov.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see who else is on that card.
Who's Eric Anders fighting?
Let's see. I'll tell you just a second. Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah, Khalil Roundtree. That'd be a good one. Both those guys are pretty explosive.
I'm looking forward to UFC on the ESPN card. The next one, it is Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Michelle Waterson. I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, not much else on that card. Jessica Aguilar versus Marina Rodriguez. Ross Pearson versus Desmond Green. Not a lot on that card. David Branch. That's the Edson Barboza Gaethje card. I mean, I'll watch that card.
Who's David Branch fighting again?
Jake Hermanson.
Oh, okay. Because I remember me and some guys, we were discussing, it was me and Taylor. Yeah, me and Taylor were discussing about who Chris Weidman should face next. And I said something about David Branch. Maybe he should get the winner of that Branch or Hermanson fight. Chris Weidman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because you look at the top 5, top 6, he's already faced those guys and lost them. So I think it's time for him to kind of face someone a little bit lower in the ladder, the top 10, top 15 type guys. Because Chris Weidman needs a win.
He needs a tune-up. He needs a good couple of tune-up fights with some up-and-comers. That'd be good for him. Well, there's a lot coming up, man. I can't wait to see it all, the lead-ups to it all. It's a whole thing when there's a lead-up to a fight, dude. It's not just the fight. You got the embedded series. You got all the stuff leading up, the press conferences, the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
It starts with the rumors, man, because you get the rumors like a week or two out. Then the fight announcement, you're like, oh, shit, yeah, they're going to do that fight. And then you get your press conferences and all that stuff. Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's like the tropical depression for the hurricanes. Like the tropical depression is the rumors that you hear, and then you get oh, shit, somebody's calling me. Hold on. And then you get the Okay, I'm back. Then you got the fight announcement, which is the tropical storm.
Yeah.
And then you got
Yeah, about to
the
hit the land.
is the hurricane, bro.
That's when it all hits. Yeah.
When it all hits, bro. Let me see. I think my camera went off. Let's see. There we go. All right. So yeah, man, that's all I got, man. You guys make sure you go and follow Austin MARR MMA on Twitter. Also follow One Up MMA at oneupmma.com. Bring you a lot of shit, guys. Say it every time. We always team up, bring you a lot of shit, bring you some good MMA talk. Want you guys to show my boy Austin some love. This is his first time coming on my podcast. You know what I'm saying? We'll be bringing a lot more guys on, actually. A couple different platforms of venues going to be coming in. We're all going to be teaming up and just make the shit work, man. Bring you guys some good talk. But once again, go follow One Up MMA and follow Austin MARR MMA on Twitter. We're going to get out of here, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next time.